We've got breaking news into SportsCenter. Von Miller's incredible offseason has just gotten even better because the Denver Broncos are prepared to make him the highest paid non-quarterback in the history of the league with regard to guaranteed money, $70 million. 4 Eastern time tomorrow is when the franchise tag deadline was, but they are going for a big-time long-term deal. Our Jeff Legwold just filed a story on ESPN.com with our Adam Schefter. Let's talk about it. Nothing has been agreed to as yet, but we're moving towards it. I don't want to say there's capitulation here, but if this is the Broncos versus Von Miller and his agent Joby Brannion, the latter wins by knockout, right?
Well, so what happened is the fact Von Miller and his agent Joby Brannion waited. They didn't take the first offer. They just said, we're going to wait. And then Fletcher Cox signs.
$63 million.
And that immediately sets the floor. That's the absolute floor. If you're the Super Bowl MVP and you're a cornerstone of the league's -- 1 defense, you know, in a business sense, you can't go below that. If you're his agent, you can't bring that to him. So that immediately changed the tone of this. The Broncos have been in it since the beginning to sign Von Miller. This story of acrimony and harsh words are spoken in these things. That's what's going to happen. They wanted to sign him. This latest offer is proof. They are prepared to make him the highest paid player in terms of guaranteed money for a non-quarterback in league history. $70 million on the nose is what Adam and I are reporting. And the framework of the deal is what it was in June. 6 years, $114.5 million, highest ever for a defensive player in league history. And the guarantee will be a record for a non-quarterback in league history.
Indeed. When the ink is dry, Von Miller will pass Fletcher Cox. As Jeff said, the floor was 63, and I don't think there's anybody that watches football that thinks Fletcher Cox is the same sort of player as Von Miller, Marcel Darius with the Bills, and Ndamukong Suh a year ago with the Dolphins. But when Von signs that, he will be at the top of the list. Couple things to go through here. Number one, there was so much talk. Von said, and people kind of laughed at this, it's not all about the money. He made it clear that he thought setting the bar for other players, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, was critical to wait to make sure he got the most money so guys after him subsequently would not be lowballed. How much do you think he held out for that? Do you believe that?
I believe it in a sense. I mean, Von was one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit before this latest CBA came into effect. He was he was a rookie that year. He was in the case. So I believe there is some of that. But in the end, this is about Von Miller and his agent doing a business deal for the guy who has plenty of leverage. He just won a team a Super Bowl. You came up for a contract that year. You're one of the best edge rushers in the game. You're in the elite class. Your timing is impeccable, essentially. And the Broncos, again, this is John Elway's first draft pick.
Yes. When
he returned to the team. This is an important player to the team, and they have proven it by what they've offered him. No substantive talks today, but they're ready to re-engage in the morning, and folks in and around the team expect the deal to be done tomorrow.
In your particular perspective, when you look at a deal like this, we're used to this sort of money for quarterbacks, but when you look at a deal like this for Von Miller, what does it say about a non-quarterback position in the NFL? You live and die with the quarterback, but this is a position where not a lot of people expected this sort of money. What does it say about the non-QB position?
Well, Zuma, I think you're looking at old school scouting now. The 3 cornerstone positions: quarterback, left tackle, edge rusher. Any personnel executive would say, if you're going to start a team, those are your 3 spots. Some people would add cornerback right now. But again, edge rusher, left tackle, quarterback are your 3 main positions. So this is at the grown-up table in terms of the money. And if you're one of the best at one of those positions, you're getting paid. And, the players, frankly, see the revenues going up and up and up, and they want a piece of the action. And, when everybody was looking at NBA free agency here in recent weeks, Von Miller's making about what a backup center would make in the league. So I think, there's some of that in this. But, again, the Broncos have made this clear. He is an important player to them. Whatever was said in the months and weeks previously will long be forgotten when pen goes to paper.
We'll have to crop John Elway back into those pictures after this particular deal. Before I let you go, is this a case of deadline makes deals? We were sitting here July 15th last year wondering if Demaryius Thomas would sign with the Broncos, and lo and behold, on the very last day, they give him a lot of money. Is this just simply a case of it was going to go down to the wire no matter what was said?
Well, I think so. But again, Zubin, these two sides agreed to the total and the years in June. This is a very rare thing, or at least I have not seen this in a long time, where the total was agreed to.
Right.
Everybody knew how much it was going to cost. It was just how fast is Von Miller getting the money and how much of it is actually guaranteed, that, you know, it isn't some backloaded contract with some $30 million base salary the guy's never going to see. This is real money on the table here, and he's going to get it more quickly than he was going to get it in the offer they turned away. I mean, they turned away an enormous deal, but they turned it away because the guaranteed money wasn't even to market value in their minds, and I think this proves they were correct.
And the bottom line assertion in the NFL, it's about one thing and one thing only. It's about the guaranteed money. Again, if you want more, ESPN.com right now. Great story up by Jeff Legwold and Adam Schefter on a watershed history-making deal that appears to be on the precipice for Von Miller and the Denver Broncos. Jeff, thank you.